I want to say one verse. The book, the Epistle of John says, "Those who listen to us are the Spirit of God. Those who don't listen to us,
one word.
those who don't listen to us are the spirit of falsehood." Touche, you guys are hypocrites.
Oh, I was about to read something for you, man.
It's all right.
I'll let you speak.
He's a wicked.
That's good. That's good that he left.
This is John 7:35. It says, "Then said the Jews among themselves, Whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go to the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles?"
And see, that's what's happening right now. What we were getting in Romans 10, it literally is going into, you got to believe as it is written. As it's been written. It's been written like this for us, so that we can learn the truth. We're not going off of our own personal interpretation of what the Lord looks like. We're not coming out here saying he's a rainbow. You know?
He had no color.
He had no color. He loves everybody.
We're interested in what the scriptures say, man.
Right.
Hold on.
That's that spirit of truth.
John 7:35 in the NLT. The Jewish leaders were puzzled by this statement. Where is he planning to go? They asked. Is he thinking of leaving the country and going to the Jews in other lands? Maybe he would even teach the Greeks. Who are the Greeks? Those Israelites who fell away from the custom during the time of the Greek captivity, man. It says what? There were wicked men amongst Israel that caused them to follow the ways of the heathen.
Yep.
Because in reality, they would have attacked Paul.
If it was the actual heathen.
Yeah, if he brought actual
Shit.
Edomites into the
There would've been no
temple,
letters.
they would have stoned him.
What we go into in the beginning of camp, man? That image being spread to destroy our people, man.
Right.
And we went all the way back to the time of the Grecians doing it. So we had all these Israelites that were following Greek customs, man. If Yahweh Shai brought salvation to Israel, that means it's for them just as well as those that already were in the knowledge of the law, man.
That's why I said, what? There's no difference.
You can drop that. We'll come back to
because
it.
they're the same people.
I got another precept, brother.
What?
This is Revelation 11:2. But the court which is without the temple, leave out and measure it not, for it is given unto the Gentiles, and the holy city shall they tread under foot 42 months.
Right? Which they're destroying the Israelites. Did you brothers have the precepts?
Out of court, that's what the natural born Gentiles, what they have to that inner court, where the temple is, that's what the Israelites do. The heathen on the outside of it, they have no part of it.
Well, and that goes back to Matthew 5. Ye are the salt of the world, but if the salt lost its flavor, what good is it but to be cast out and trodden under the foot of men? So Israelites lost their love for Jerusalem, right? And start loving. Look at the movie 300. Those 300 men would have been Israelites. But who are they dying for? Greeks. They called it mother.
Just like you got so-called blacks and Latinos in the American military right now.
Right. Go back to that.
Let's see how much they weigh.
Let me grab one more.
That's how they've been able to obtain what they have by enslaving us, man. The greatest people on the planet Earth have it put on the bottom to build up this whole world, man. Not just America, the entire planet Earth.
Oh, when you go into the road from the United States to Alaska, you know who built that?
You got the Zondervan
Jake,
Bible
Judah.
version.
And they did it by hand because the Edomites, they wouldn't allow them to use tractors because of racism. See? So we're the ones that made this place great. The dog fighters. Who were the dog fighters? Who were the dog fighters? When they were,
Red Tails?
yeah, those
That was Jacob.
yeah, mostly Judah. And then you had even Gad in the infantry. And they said when they cut their hair, they would lose their ability to track. They actually were the ones that broke the code of the Germans during World War II.
First, Matthew chapter 1, verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Oh, and those wicked men are alive today. You got ISUPK, IUIC, Sakari, doing the same shit.
It says what? For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Oh, what did Bellagio say? This is the key to the city.
To get the damn jab.
Right. And that's what it was. You got a license to be freely to move around the
The
city.
elder Gabar always brings it out. The word license means trap. You know?
The thing is, what you have to understand is, man, the Most High, He separated us from these heathen nations, man. He gave us a way that was diverse from all the other nations. And when we leave that way the Most High gave us and walk in the way of the heathen, we become as Gentiles, man.
You're a dead man.
You see?
Hokey pokey, man.
Verse 14 says what? Whereupon they built their place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the custom of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant,
And
and
did you see that? They said they joined themselves to the customs of the
That's why.
Going into what?
Because back the word gymnasium means exercise naked. So you
Gymnos.
had Jakes and Greeks who were calling themselves Greeks, literally exercising naked. That's why we keep saying it. Nothing new under the sun. Here in the extension of the Roman Empire, America, Babylon, in these gyms, you walk in, these women are going to be wearing their yoga pants with their camel toes showing.
Right.
You know,
And that goes
That's
back
going
to the
that
Greeks.
gymnasium.
And what is that, man?
That's what it
Our
means.
people left
Exercise naked.
the Most High, they lived the ways the Most High gave us, and they cleaved unto the heathen, man.
And in that
God.
time, you got to remember, what did they do to their flesh? They would mark them. They would brand them. They
God.
still do in the colleges. Alpha, Omega.
Yep. So it says what? Verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant. They forsook the ways of the Most High. That's what made them Gentiles, man. And guess what? You had generations of Israelites being brought up in the ways of the Greeks to the point that they didn't have no understanding of who they were. That's what happened to us here in America. We was raised up keeping Christmas and Halloween and
Hellenized.
Thanksgiving, man.
Hellenized.
Americanized.
Americanized today.
See?
Hey, that describes why John the Revelator said, "Who are these people?
Man.
This innumerable multitude."
So it says
That's
what?
why, if I
Who
could
are
just
these
say,
people?
Yeah, what the hell?
They blonde their hair and
in
everything.
Egypt, when these Edomites were on their conquest, which that word conquest, it means going in with military force.
Hey, and you know, in the
See?
UN speech, they just said that word conquest.
Did they?
Yeah, they said you can no longer use religious exemptions for the conquest of the crown.
Oh, see? That's what this is. This is the spiritual military, you know? It is a conquest. But Esau's conquest is the
It
left.
shows you they're going to come in with the military. They're talking in smooth words so nobody catches on. But they're going to invade America with foreign troops.
It says what? Join themselves to the heathen. That goes into the customs, the ways they were eating. Hey, the Greeks, look, they was having to what? Eating pork. That's why you see how people fucking.
Book of Maccabees, they made them sacrifice pork.
Every time you see like a medieval movie, they show on the table, the first thing they show you is the pig right on the table.
Pig wasn't even native to nowhere else but Europe.
They did that in that movie Maleficent.
They actually brought them here to America to eat the dead of the Jacob. When they were slaughtering all these Israelites, they put pigs on them to eat them. That's why you got wild boars in
Fairies,
Texas.
Us.
It says what? And was sold to the mystery to follow after the ways of the heathen. And that includes worshiping their gods and all that. That's what made them. That's why the Apostle
why it
Paul
was
said
all
what?
pretty with the
You know that you were
Pharisees,
Gentiles,
pretty.
carried away with dumb idols, even as you were led by who? Your forefathers, man. And like I said, that we were the Gentiles at one point in time. We had no idea of being Israelites. We had no understanding of that. And that's what happened back in that ancient
And that's
times.
why
man.
this one is the last time you go around, and you're either gonna get down or die here, because this is the worst. This is the lowest level of life in existence.
Hey, look,
You can't
16,
go no
my son,
lower.
16.
Hey, go ahead, buddy. What you think?
Good man, huh?
Yeah, look
Black
at you.
women, right?
Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19.
Don't worry
why-
about it.
Oh Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh
Thank you,
Shai,
that's what it is.
my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of
Don't sell him
affliction,
short.
the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
That's twofold. That means Israel and the natural born Gentiles. Natural born Gentiles. That's what old boy came out and said, what? We can all be saved in Jesus Christ.
Those
That's
are
a lie.
those lies.
That's a lie you inherited.
Tom.
That ain't true. And you got Jake what? Doing what? Believing all the bullshit that Esau's put forth.
That's why we're out here.
say?
Ezekiel 37.
That's what they always say. What did Paul say? What the
Hey,
guy
get that
was
Romans
using
10.
Paul,
Get
him,
that
was
Romans
saying
10.
the same thing.
Get that Romans 10. That's Paul.
You know what else? Paul's sayings are hard to be understood.
They're gonna hear this word being preached. It's gonna resonate in their
That
spirit.
Romans 10.
And they're gonna return to the Holy Spirit, man.
That's the epistle of Paul to the Romans, who were Israelites
In
amongst Rome, which was most likely us, because we're in modern day Rome today.
And then when you go into these letters, man, it says those who are called to be saints. Who are the saints according to the Bible? Isaiah, Psalms 50 and 5 tells you exactly who the saints are. Those who have been, they say, gather my saints together unto me.
Well, that book was written to the Israelites who were in Galatia. You know that?
Israelites.
You know that, bro?
The Israelites and the Israelites only.
Tells you
That's
right
who
there.
the covenant was made with. As it tells you in Romans 9. Romans 9 tells you that the covenant is the old and the new.
The Israelites in
pertaining to the
Galatia.
Israelites.
Letter to Galatia.
See?
But this is the Romans 10, and this is the epistle to the Romans written by Apostle Paul through the Holy Spirit to the Israelites amongst the Romans, which were Edomites.
Somebody find
Go ahead,
that,
huh?
that verse. Paul's,
No, you don't
Paul
run
saying
nothing
it's
up here.
hard to
Shut
be
your mouth.
understood.
Feminine.
Somebody find that.
Go ahead.
This is Romans 10 and 6, because the heathen always comes up here talking about what
He's
did
a
Paul
faggot,
say?
bro.
What did Paul say?
This is exactly
let's
what
read
we were
Paul
just talking
said.
about. Israelites that took on the customs like being a faggot.
Exactly. The Lord give you an example as soon as we bring it
Right.
up.
Go ahead, huh?
You're a fat faggot.
Romans 10 and 6. But the righteousness which is of the faith speak on this wise. Say not in thine heart, who shall ascend into heaven? That is to bring Yahushua down from above.
Hey, what did the Christians say? I'm saved. From what? You fucking idiot. You're in trouble. You're in danger. What's about to happen to America? Destruction. Famine.
Fire.
Costco, bro. Costco just put out an order that there's shortages on extreme level.
Famine.
You're gonna eat your own kid. Fucking Fruit Loop. You're gonna eat your own kid, motherfucker.
You're gonna eat your hito.
Stupid motherfucker. You don't even know what the fuck is going on.
I told him before camp even started.
You motherfucker's weak.
Read, brother. Every time we come to camp, he's been out for 3 years. I told him, you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna hit you in the fucking face when all hell breaks loose. Like, what you mean? I was like, look at all the kings that came before America. We had the Assyrians and the Babylonians. Hey, bro.
Hey, watch out, man.
Don't be disrespectful.
Hey, bro. Get your little bitch ass out the way, boy.
Demons, man.
Like I was saying before we so rudely interrupted by that cracker, who I'm gonna whoop his ass in the kingdom. Like I told him before the camp started, because I was talking to him. Because this is how we know he got demons on him. He'll come up before camp and peaceful, you know what I'm saying, trying to get dapped and all that shit. And nah, bro, can't fold you like that. I told him, all the kings that come before America, they had their time, man. You had the Babylonian, the Assyrian Babylonian, they had their time to flourish. And guess what? They went on the decline. And who came into power? The Medo-Persians. Same thing with them, always the Greeks, the Romans, and now to America. And America has reached its height of power. Now it's on the decline. Why? Because the kingdom of heaven is about to be ushered in. And I told him, when all hell break loose, you're going to realize everything that we said was true, man. You see?
Right? And that's why these
It's
Christians,
going to hit them like a ton of bricks, bro.
What happened with that
these
one
Christians
guy
there,
that
bro.
was talking about it? He did a video a couple of weeks ago talking about when he was a kid, he used to see the elder apostles. You know, he's like, I don't subscribe to anything, none of their videos. You know, he's like, but they were right. Everything that they were saying as I was growing up, walking by there as a kid,
That's what it
everything
says.
they said, it's coming to pass.
Oh, that's a cherry.
Oh, I see it. Yeah. Call halal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai.
Oh, I see it.
Come.
Call like Hashem Yahushua.
God, that's a cherry, baby. Call halal. Hey, these demons come up.
Scroll, bro. Scroll. Flying scroll, bro. Look, it looks like a man walking.
Scafito.
See it, you call? It's right there on the right hand side.
Oh!
Look at that.
Come here, kid. Come here, Hito.
He's moving slow, huh?
That's a cherry. Look how bright it is, too.
Fine.
Come on. Yeah, don't throw your pearls before the swine. Because then he's going to
Reject it. No, but the Lord put it out. His little bum-ass friend was talking shit about cherry. Oh, yeah. See? Con. Is the camera getting it off?
Yeah.
Call halal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai.
What Hebrew character is that? That's a Hebrew character.
That's another Hebrew character?
It's got to be.
Damn, I lost it.
Hold on. They got the acetate right here.
Hey, that's your paw, bro.
You see it right there?
Yeah.
Got the Assyrian.
Right above.
That one right there?
It's a Syrian Hebrew.
Looks like
Orange.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the same one.
Like a little, looks like a little Looks like a little piece of flame of the
Yeah,
fire
I see it
in
now.
the sky. Halal, y'all, about shit.
Yeah, it looks like it's walking, bro.
I wish we had some binoculars.
Oh, look, man, it looks like a yacht. Looks like a yacht. Key. Show the camera, bro.
Let's get it on this. Could you get it on this one or what?
I know
that's
here.
let me turn
Can
it
you get it
around.
on yours?
Yeah.
I don't know if you turn it around.
Oh, there it is.
Got the binoculars right here.
No.
Oh, you got some? Oh.
That's it.
I'm gonna grab this precept. Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusts in him. O fear Yahweh, ye his saints, for there is no want of them that fear him. That's because this is the type of miraculous deliverance we're gonna be delivered by, man. It's walk, see? It's walk. They gonna see this guy filled up, man. Filled up.
It's the raw or the wall? In the raw.
Completely with chariots, man.
Right there on top of the tree.
That's our salvation, brothers.
Thou walk.
And
Thou walk. I'll grab that one, brother.
this is from the brother GMS Spiritual Art 144K. Psalm 68:17. The chariots of God are 20,000, even thousands of angels, and the Lord is among them, as in today, in the holy place.
Oh, we gotta get that Ezekiel too. Zechariah 6.
So because there's different colors.
About the red chariots.
Spanish up?
That's cool.
Can I read it in Spanish? This is Ezequiel capítulo 9 versículo 4 y le dijo Yahweh, pasa por el medio de la ciudad, por el medio de Jerusalén y ponle una seña en la frente a los hombres que gimen y que claman a causa de todas las abominaciones que se hacen en medio de ella. So, hey man, that's Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai putting that mark, on those men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that are being done,
Right? Which is a spiritual desire. You got a spirit of desire. And grab that Romans 10 on top and get go right to the point because we're going to jump to Zechariah 6.
Book of Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
And we're doing it right now. We're actually doing exactly what was being prophesied we would be doing. So that mark is upon us, brothers. We're a part of that number. Yahweh the Marshal and Yahweh Shai. Yeah, well, they said they saw the thought earlier.
Let's get it, man. Hey, so that lets us know that's the most I give it a sign while we're in the camp. So we're doing the right thing, man. We're preaching the right doctrine all through the spirit. Man.
Right.
Hey, that's our salvation right there. That's our right about it.
And that's the spirit, because we're going to read about the red horse. Grab a Zechariah 6. Get that
We'll grab this and pick up the colors. It's Revelation 11 and 12, and it reads, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
go. And that's exactly what's going to happen. On that day, when we're saved, Yahweh willing, we're in that number, we hope and pray, and we're going to be taken up into, that's when you're saved. That's why these Christians, they can't say, I'm saved. Who the hell are you to say you're going to ascend into heaven? We hope to be saved.
Hope for elect.
This is the Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall that righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish, and spirits shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. And that's what's going to happen when we start to see brothers being taken up into the heavens, man. And that same type of vehicle right there that we're seeing over here right now, man. That's a chariot, man.
This is what they're going to mourn when they see us going up. This is Proverbs 5:11. And thou mourn at the last when thy flesh and thy body are consumed, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ears to hear to them that instructed me. So that's what they're going to be saying in their mind while they're burning in the lake of fire, as we're going up into the chariot, praising Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right. Verse 9.
This is Romans 10 and verse 9. That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth that Mashiach Yahushai and shalt believe in thine heart that Yahweh hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. For with the heart of man believeth unto righteousness,
Which is the mind. So if we're out here prophesying Yahushai's return, and we believe that Yahweh raised him from the dead, that's the spirit of a man that's going to be saved. Now, how are we going to be saved? We just said we're going to be called up into the chariot. You got that? Is that got one?
this is Zechariah 5 and 2.
You know what it looks like?
No,
It
I'm
looks
going
like
to
the
start
rim
at 5 and 1 because we got a chariot in our presence.
Also looks like a laser beam.
It says Zechariah 5 and 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he
But
said,
these chariots take different shapes.
They can be any shape the most I want them.
Right, they could be small. There's chariots smaller than your eye. There's chariots larger than the world.
When I was out there in Pennsylvania, there was a chariot inside my room. I was doing a lesson, and out of the corner of my eye, I keep seeing something flashing, and I turned around and I seen it zip away.
That's what those orbs are.
Yep.
and verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
Right? Why is it a curse? Because that destruction comes with it. Fire, by fire, they're going to be destroyed by fire.
That's right. Keep going, bro.
For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
Which we just read what they're going to be crying in that lake of fire. Why didn't I listen? Like all these people that are walking by, they're going to say, I was so close to the man of the Lord. I was so close, but I didn't grasp it.
What? It's only for the connected gets there. Well, it's going to be a
She
starting
was
numbers.
close to getting hit by that bus. That's
See?
how it is. She was close to getting hit by that bus. It's still right there. Yeah, it's still right there. It just flows.
Going east.
Oh yeah.
This is verse 3, continuing on. And everyone that sweareth shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith Yahweh of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief.
Into the house of the thief, man. Who's the thief? The thief comes not but for steal, to kill, and destroy, man. Esau Edom. That's why it was a beam that showed you all the so-called UFO sites, all the chariots like that don't name where. And Babylon the Great, man. Why? Because this is the house of the thief. They're scoping this place out, preparing, licking their chops, ready to destroy this place, man.
Oh, they're on a mission, which we're going to get. Revelation, that Zechariah 6. Tells you, the Lord has these angels on missions, bro. There's angels healing, there's angels killing, there's angels doing all kinds of
What's that
work.
verse? That verse that says, O cause thy mighty ones to come down. Those are the mighty ones, right? The chariots.
I figured it
Chariot.
out.
And Satan has
Jesus is white.
Oh,
I figured
yes,
it
you
out,
are.
man.
Jesus is white.
Yeah.
No, the fuck he's not. Get the fuck
No,
out of
no,
here.
there's a verse. Oh, hold on. There's a verse in Revelation. There's a verse in Revelation that said he had a white head. That said he had a white head.
Yeah, white hair.
White head.
White beard.
White head.
First of all, who's this color on earth? This is white.
Whoa.
This is white. Is this
I
not
don't
white?
know about that.
This is white. There's no such thing as a white person on earth. Nobody
figured it out, man.
nobody's walking around this color.
And
There's
God
nobody
finds-
on this
Lord,
earth in
his
this
eyes
color.
are like,
See?
Hey,
Get
this guy just you got down
the
jump.
fuck out of here, man.
The Lord put
Go
Go
enjoy
enjoy the last
yourself,
second.
man.
Hey, bro, you just gotta jump. Go enjoy yourself.
I wish
My
I
father
could.
in the church, the Lord's gonna
I wish
put your
I
ass
could.
back in jail. Then you're gonna go in shackles.
I'm going back in jail,
You're
man.
gonna be in shackles.
Paul was in jail, man.
Zechariah
Hey,
6.
John the Baptist.
And I turned and lifted up mine eyes and
God's
looked.
people.
And we looked up, just like that. It just said, I turned and lifted up my eyes.
And look, and behold,
He was in
there
jail
came
for
four
preaching.
chariots out from between two mountains, and the mountains
All
were
right, I may
grass.
see you guys
These are
later, man.
gigantic.
I may see you guys later.
Right? And out of between them come more chariots.
In the first chariot were red horses.
What?
and the
Red
second-
horses?
Oh, that was a red chariot.
There was a red chariot.
In the first chariot were red horses, and the second chariot black horses.
Right? Which each of these chariots are on a certain task. And Revelation 6 tells you the task.
still
They're
there.
bringing in death, famine, plagues.
Because they're working on the minds of the people, man. That's what the chariots have been sent on a mission by Yahweh Shem Yahushua to scope all these people out.
Because right when that red chariot
Still there.
came in, Satan came in.
God.
It says what?
Oh yeah.
And in the third chariot, white horses, and in the fourth chariot, grizzled and bay
See it?
horses.
And that grizzled, it says dimpled like if hail hit it. So it's like a golf ball. Has many dimples all over it. As well as the bay, it actually is a color of red.
And that's how they shine, because the ones I took a picture of the other night, they were amberish red, reddish brown. And it tells you that in Ezekiel. It said he had the color of amber, man. He was talking about the chariots.
And that's why Yahushua is the sun in Malachi 4. He calls him S-U-N, sun. Because he's coming in on a chariot bright as the sun, brighter than the sun.
It says what? Verse 4. Then I asked and said unto them, then I answered and said unto the angel that talked with me, what are these, my Lord? And the angel answered and said unto me, these are the four spirits of the heavens, which go forth from standing before the Lord of all the earth.
Right, so there's angels around the Lord, and he's having counsel with them. Just like in Job chapter 1, verse 6, when he sent Satan after Job. And that's what he's doing right now. The Lord is sending out his orders through Yahushua to the angels, and the Alahayim come forth and they either minister to us, or they minister to Satan, the so-called white man, or they kill or make alive through the power of
That's how
Yahweh
World
Hashem
War
themselves.
III is gonna get started, because they're gonna
That's
the
good.
Lord's gonna put the spirit on these
Go ahead,
heathen
grab that.
to start shooting the
Verse
missiles.
3.
You know?
Verse 3.
Let me bring this out real quick.
Hey, you fucking people are done, man.
Because Yahweh's putting
They
the
done.
spirit on all these heathen, and including the Israelites,
Since you're there,
to
go
wake
to
up.
Revelation 6.
This is, he's,
Okay. Second Esdras,
go ahead.
chapter 13, verse 3. And I beheld, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Right? Which, when you hear waxing, the moon waxes and wanes. When it wanes, it becomes the moon darkens. But when it waxes, it becomes full.
Oh, that's like how it shall come down. You
Chariots.
don't see him in the distance, it's gonna get bigger and bigger
And more
bigger
chariots.
and bigger.
Shadow is just gonna start covering the earth.
To the point to where it's gonna fulfill the prophecy of Ezra saying what? I see he flew upon a great mountain.
Oh, and that show we were just
I
talking
cannot
about.
see
Hey,
the end.
the show we were just talking about, that Home on Netflix is a kids
Oh yeah,
movie.
home.
They had a gigantic chariot taking on the
Which is
elect.
the fathership.
They were calling it the mothership.
Right.
The cartoon.
And really, it's the fathership. But that's why when the elect come out of that, we're not going to be born by a woman. You're going to be a God. You're not going to be a man. A man is born by a woman through a woman's pussy, right? A man planted seed inside a woman, and you come out blood and water. Right. Well, when we're born in those new bodies, we're going to come out of that chariot as gods.
Right.
that's the beauty of the thing, man. Because we had the guy earlier all stirred up and bent out of shape about this not being for everybody, man. What if everybody has their role, man? The Heavenly Father's going to come restore order and allow all the heathens, you see, including and most definitely us, to maximize our potential of what we've been created for, man. Everybody's all wanting to be the children of Israel, man. The children of Israel are the children of Israel. Once we maximize that point, we're going to come out, like the brother said, as gods, what? To inherit the planet Earth and establish the Most High's will, man. This is the will of the Most High, and this is what's going to bring life back to the planet Earth.
And it's soon to happen. Brothers, it's soon to happen.
And it's going to be all in the Yahweh's order that he chooses. We know by the prophecies what's happening. You know, we know that the MOTB still has to come out. Then the next plague is going to be the prophecy of the missile. And it's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai who's going to put the spirit on these nations to send those missiles. This is Revelation.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 12. It says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
That brings us to Wisdom Solomon chapter 5. Man. He said they're going to be amazed at our salvation, far beyond anything they hope was looking for, because they're not looking for so-called vaccines and Spanish taking them to the heavens and so-called UFOs. They don't look at us as
They're not looking for Yahweh Shai to be a so-called black man. They're going to see him. It says, every eye shall see him.
as he is.
Right. And before you read that, give 18 and verse, come out of her, my people.
We gonna have that ultimate victory, man. We gonna have that saltless United Airlines victory that Amalek had, taking them to the land, man. We go back on those days, man.
Never end, bro, and it's going to be remembered forever.
Verse 4, Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice come from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that's literally what's going to be said out of that chariot. It's going to be said in Hebrew, come up. And we're going to obey, and we're being obedient now. And we're going to be taken up.
Before we even know it,
Really, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be singing the song of Moses.
hey, we're gonna be rejoicing. If that beat come down, we start going up. Fuck God, all y'all, I see them shine.
And they know it. They got a movie, a comedy, a dirty comedy called
This is the end.
Yeah, they know it's gonna be like that, man.
They show you that
Well,
now.
they show you throughout that whole movie it's hip hop because it shows how the actual flesh is being picked up through the beams of the chariots.
Right. And the guy that's on the ground was like, hey man, what about me? And he got left behind.
They show you that Nike commercial, Day of Greatness. And the chariots came and they took Jacob in the chariot.
Yeah, he saw him running for his life.
The concert with Missy Elliott. What were they showing?
That's on video. Somebody watch that video.
Really, when you watch any show, I didn't notice, because I just